everyone's really struggling. And I'm lucky enough where my house survived. About 10 houses survived in my street. There used to be 40 houses on that street.
Wow.
But I've been pretty much roughing it. We don't have water until April at the earliest. But we didn't have power until the day before Valentine's Day. And then the day of the day of before Valentine's Day, we had a mudslide and a flood at the same time. And so I had to evacuate my house the third time. So it's been just nothing but chaos for all of us. But going back to what I originally was saying is that, a lot of us are still displaced. None of this is still it's very raw. We haven't really found any kind of, semblance of normalcy, and we still need a lot of assistance, and things are still very difficult, very scary, and we are not getting near that support that we need from any institutions, whether it's FEMA or the government or any institutions that can provide us housing, which is the one other thing I've been thinking a lot about, where it's like we need temporary housing, and we need to demand that now. I'm on the Facebook groups and stuff all the time, constantly absorbing stories and situations of other Altadenans in my area. But even with that, I couldn't count on one hand people that are selling that I've seen say that out loud. I imagine some of them are a little embarrassed or a little feeling shame over them deciding to sell and simply haven't made it public. I have heard some numbers come out currently that as of now, about a quarter or 25% of people who have been asked or polled, I'm not sure how they've done it, are feeling like they're going to have to sell. And so I imagine though that's going to change over time, because we're all going through something different every day. One day you feel like you don't have any hope. The very next day you're feeling like, I can do this, because you've seen what the community is doing around you. But as of right now, it feels like it's around 25%, but we're hoping we can get that percentage down more and more as people are seeing the options, as we're putting the options out there. Just a few days ago, Alta-gether, that's the other group that I'm a part of.
Wow, there's a lot. That's great. There's a lot going on.
Just a few days ago, a group called Alta-gether, which they're working on getting neighborhood captains in every single area of Altadena so we can communicate with the larger network on the building needs of our individual neighborhoods. So I'm the neighborhood captain of my neighborhood, along with one other neighbor. And anyways, that group, we recently put out our very first kind of a guide on options that people have that had no insurance or feel like they cannot afford to rebuild. And so for the first time, we finally have our first guide out there on their options currently. But I have confidence that over time we're going to see more and more options pop up. And just recently I found out today that the Altadena Town Council announced, I think a week ago, we now officially have a relief fund, a GoFundMe for all Altadena residents. And so now we have a singular way for people to financially give that will go directly to Altadena residents, because one of the biggest things that we've been critical of is the Grammys or whatever. We've raised millions of dollars for Altadenans or whatever. We haven't seen that money.
Right.
And so what I want to see is those funds go directly to the people that need them most.